Excuse me, critical nobody? You care most for Splinter Cell Chaos Theory? No, I'm Tam of the Tambio TC channel. I really love Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. It was my number one game for the longest time. I've even remember I commented on older, I think it was the Splinter Cell video actually, reviewing all of them, where I said I felt like you were super relatable, critical nobody, because other than like, I don't know if you had a younger brother. We would also sneak around. We played a lot of co-op and multiplayer Splinter Cell together, especially from Pandora to Chaos, especially Chaos. A little bit of Double Agent, but we liked the maps better in the Chaos Theory. And yes, I do have a 360 version. I actually have multiple of Chaos Theory. I might have shown that on a previous older video, but I don't know where I'd find it. But I got to see Splinter Cell Deathwatch. I will say the show went by pretty quickly, more quicker than I thought. I did comment on his recent video, and I did my own kind of talk about it, but I should do another one. I wasn't as big on this one. I honestly felt like it was kind of generic. The animation when it comes to the fight scenes isn't bad, and neither are the fight scenes, though. Man, there's a lot of talk about this. I love Splinter Cell when like you can sneak around and potentially just knock out people most of the time, or just ignore them altogether. There's at least a scene or two, like the intro and the scene where there's like people ransacking, going through this apartment, and he has to sneak past, and he like chokes out a dude and puts him in a cabinet, kind of like Hitman style, and he hides in there too. But and then hides under a bed like Liam Neeson's daughter from Taken. Instead of out the window, you would think they would check there anyways, but whatever. But yeah, it's just man, how do I talk about this show? So once again, I don't care about the same things I just talked about with Tron Ares, certain stuff that people will mention. Do not care, do not want to talk about that stuff next. But if you know what I'm talking about. But I'm freaking Jeff Goldbluming it up, but I sorry. I did enjoy aspects of the show. I found the music super jarring at times. I mentioned that in my comments to him. The frickin' rap or some old like rock music or something, 80s rock or whatever it was playing, or pop. It was super random, and it wasn't even during times like the music in the show is fairly generic. If you listen to the music in the games, I love the music in the games, and it was fairly generic, the actual music in the show. It was just typical action music. It kind of felt more like a Call of Duty frickin' television show or animated show than it did Splinter Cell at times, because of how much action it had, and even going into like a car chase segment. It's not bad action. And once again, this is like the same guy who I don't know if he's the writer or director of John Wick, but he had ties to John Wick. Let's just say that. And you don't want to mess with him. But yeah, it's just a show. I didn't find the characters very memorable. They're all right, but I can't remember their names to save me. They had the frickin' other than the Shetland stuff, which I felt like, other than a retconning and the fact it felt fanficked. I even had a frickin' storyline I wanted to do with returning a frickin' Shetland back to like as a child of Doug Shetland, and I thought it was too fanficked. And that stuff just feels like weirdly superhero villain comic bookish. It's weird, and it feels like a cliche at this point to just make the daughter or son or both of a previous bad guy in a series that honestly you could have not really made it about and retconned or changed as much as you did. I did not like the changes. But that's mostly seen from the perspective of somebody who has played the Splinter Cell games. This is a series I feel like is somewhat underrated too. It's such an awesome series, and Ubisoft has just been spitting at it for years and just not treating it with respect. There are times where I can't remember his name, the Sabretooth actor, that's mostly what I know him for, is a is doing a decent job with the voice, gravel wise, but there's so many other actors you could have casted to that would be so much better as Sam Fisher, in my opinion. They've screwed it up 3 times now. This is the third, in my opinion, and it's the closest, but it's still also the furthest because I didn't really feel Sam Fisher's character like from the games. Even with the stuff Critical Nobody brought up, I didn't feel any of that. And he just felt like a dude, a generic dude, old dude. Cracking old jokes about him isn't something that's in like his character. I mean, of course, he's been cracked about old jokes before, but there are other aspects of Sam Fisher that make him who he is through the video games, and I did not pick up on any of that through the show. I don't know. This show is just not for me. I heard it's getting greenlit a second season. I'm not a Cyberpunk fan. I'm a much bigger Splinter Cell fan, and I've kind of come to despise Cyberpunk over the years and not understand why people freaking praise the hell out of that game. Makes no freaking sense. It's still carrying a lot of the same problems. I've seen beat 'em ups, manly reviews, and Actman cover. It's still carrying a lot of those narrative problems, and like I would rather watch that anime than the Splinter Cell one. There are times where the lip syncing is not. I do agree with the Grimm's daughter thing. Not hashtag not my Grimm's daughter either. But yeah, I don't know. This one just wasn't for me. And is it truly like? I guess it's good in the terms of like we finally have something good, but after so many goddamn years of Splinter Cell stuff, but I would rather take Blacklist and Conviction over this show. I would rather play those games rather than watch that show again, if I'm being honest. So it's good or somewhat good, but not in the terms of I'm going to watch it again over like reading these or playing any of the games or something. You're playing with my toys, me! Oh no! And of course, Sonic fell over there. Frick you, Sonic. Anyways, but sorry I'm Jeff Goldblumming it up. I thought it was an alright show. I thought it was more of a 6.5, as I said in my previous video on it, or live stream technically. I don't know. I just did not like. I hate that it has to be more action oriented. They even had that thing where he like looks at the goggles, is like, nah, I won't put it on, and it's like feels like the same thing Terminator did with the sunglasses like twice now. I don't know. That was also kind of silly. It's very short and brief and like a nothing thing, but whatever. I don't know. it it just didn't impact me. I don't think I'm going to remember it. I feel like Jeremy Johns. I'm going to remember it T minus 10 seconds. But if you enjoy Splinter Cell, at least there's something Splinter Cell remotely decent or good. We haven't had a goddamn Splinter Cell thing in a while, and things are not looking great for the remake, sadly. But I I honestly want. Oh yeah, there's also a line in this that I thought they were implying Sam's daughter was dead as well. I would have been pissed about that. Though the direction they took with his daughter was kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, just not for me, but maybe it's for you. Um, we all have our opinions. Just take them for what they are. Form your own opinion. Even though I comment as because I did on his channel, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't form an opinion. I was just trying to say some things that I felt like he was missing from his vid, especially the music. And I still agreed with him on things. I found the frickin' half brother of Diana Shetland very freaking annoying. I don't even remember his name. I hated that freaking cupcake birthday scene. Like, ugh, freaking cringe. It feels like a Far Cry 6 character snuck on. I guess that's the true stealth. But I'm just borrowing from my comments now. But I hope you found something interesting here. Let me know what you think. And sorry that I Jeff Goldblumed things up. But I mean, I do like Jeff Goldblum, so maybe I did that on purpose. No, not really. I suck. Anyways, that's about it. See ya. Oh, I mean, like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.